In today's video, we are going to bring hazy, cloudy headlights back to life. Welcome to the Average Me channel. I'm Mark, and since moving to Florida, my headlights have become really hazy and cloudy. I don't know if it's because my car is going on 10 years old or if it's because of this constant sunlight here in Florida. But let's take a look at these headlights. Since moving to Florida almost 2 years ago, my headlights have started to get really hazy and cloudy. Now, I've certainly seen headlights worse than these, especially on these top surfaces. When I look down here, they're relatively clear, but I want to catch them before they get any worse than they are. So let's get started. There are a lot of headlight restoration kits on the market. The one that we're going to use is Turtle Light Headlight Lens Restorer. This kit has several components to it. Let's take a look at it. First is a lens clarifying compound. This is a cream that you apply with a clean cloth. And according to the directions, this may be the only thing that you need in order to clarify those lenses. We'll find out in just a minute. Next is this spray lubricant. This is to be used at some pads that are provided in case a clarifying compound isn't enough. We have 2 abrasive pads. They are 2-sided, labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those are to be used with a lubricant. And finally, we have these 2 wipes, and these are used to protect the lenses so they don't get foggy and yellow again. The first thing we have to do is clean our headlights, so I'm going to get a bucket of soapy water, and we're going to get them nice and clean. Now, I'm just going to use some mild dishwashing detergent, although that's not recommended normally for washing your car because it is designed to cut grease, and as such, it will remove any wax that's on your car. Next, with a clean cotton cloth, I'm going to use this microfiber rag. We're going to apply the lens clarifying compound. It says you should use a moderate amount of pressure. It doesn't say if you have to apply this in any particular kind of way, if you're supposed to do this in a circular fashion or what. But it does say that a tip would be to take some painter's tape and mask off the car, because I'm assuming this is a mild abrasive, and if you get it on your car surface, it might very well take some of your finish off. This really is a noticeable improvement. This looks crystal clear now. Look at that. We're going to compare this to this. Now, these are both clean and washed. Now, if the other one turns out just as well, I could stop right there and use the sealing pads. However, I'm really going to check it out. I want to show you every single step. So if there's any area at all that looks like it needs to be maybe cleared up just a little more, I'm going to bring out those buffing pads, those application pads with the lubricant, and show you what that looks like. Now, these lubricating pads and the spray are suggested if you have some really tough areas. Mine is still a little hazy up here, but I'll tell you, this first one is really coarse. I mean, I feel like I can almost file my fingernails on it. So seeing as I just have a little bit of haze, I'm jumping right ahead to pad 3 and then 4, because I don't want to scratch it up any more than it is. Now, what it recommends is that you spray the pad with the lubrication, and then you go back and forth in one direction, and just keep going in one direction with it. So I'm just going to take the areas that I feel are still just a little bit hazy. So I'm not going to apply too much pressure. I don't want to make these lenses worse than they are. And then we're going to take number 4, which is just on the other side. And then it said go in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go this way with the number 4 pad. We're going to go over it one more time with the lens clarifying compound. And finally, we're going to coat it with this base coat wipe. And all we do is apply it to both lenses. You don't have to rub. It's just something that, it's just a base coat, so I want to make sure I get the whole thing This is what's supposed to keep it from yellowing in the future. And then it says to immediately follow up with a sealing wipe. And it says this takes 24, this feels kind of sticky. Takes 24 hours to cure, but you can still drive the car. These headlights look really good, and there's enough in this kit to do probably 4 or 5 more headlights. And the kit does come with this plastic glove for when you're putting on those wipes. Use it. I didn't, and as soon as I was done, my hands were so gummy, it was like they were covered in tree sap or something. It took me a while to scrub that off when I was using a fingernail brush. So I think I got it all, but I really didn't pay attention. They give you this plastic glove. I recommend you use it. Other than that, it looks like these headlights are crystal clear. I'm very impressed. Now, I suspect this is just some buffing compound, and you could probably use a polishing compound of some sort. But for what this kit costs, I think I found it locally for about $12. You might as well get the kit because it has a lot of good stuff in it. If you can find it locally, I'm going to link it down below, and you can buy it online at one of those sources like Amazon. So I hope that you learned something from this video, and I hope that your headlights stay nice and clear so you can see well at nighttime. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos, leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me Channel.